What up? What up? What up, y'all? Back in effect, back in the building. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? It is your main man, Senor Ohead Fahim, in the building, doing what we do. So I was on uh, Twitter. I don't call it X. I was on Twitter the other day, and a great premise came up. What were the best heist movies of all time? And there's a lot of heist movies in the history of heist movies. So I was like, all right, let me break this down by tiers. So I've got 5 tiers and I have an honorable mention. So right now, what we are discussing are the honorable mentions. And so the first honorable mention I will give today, great 80s film. Came out 1988. It is quite simply a hilarious comedy about a British gangster named George Thomason who brings in a pair of grifters and a weapons engineer, is Kevin Kline named Otto, and Wanda was the grifter from America named Jamie Lee Curtis, and they're trying to steal diamonds. When the job goes badly, Wanda then starts trying to seduce the magistrate, who's played by John Cleese, to try to find out where the diamonds are. Oh boy, it's just really it's a lot. It's a lot. Michael Palin is as you can see from the picture, he's the slapstick of the movie. And look, at the end of the day, it was a lot of fun. Uh, it won the Academy Award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role for John Cleese, and it did very, very well. It was a very popular movie for a very long time. And the only reason why it's in an honorable mention is because at the end of the day, the heist itself was not the main. It was about all the interplay within the other characters. So, A Fish Called Wanda is part of my honorable mentions. The next honorable mention is Ocean's 13. Okay, so for me anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Ocean's 13 was the least fun one of all. Oh, no, excuse me. No, that was Ocean's 12. Ocean's 12 is the least fun of all of the Oceans. I feel like they were trying to do too much and it was confusing. So they kind of just went back to the basic script of trying to play somebody, and that's Ocean's 13. And they used Al Pacino as the perfect mark, attitudinal, cocky, thinks he can't be touched. So they touch him up pretty good. It was fun, and it gave us that last, we got over win for Ocean's 13, but it's nowhere near as good as the original. Speaking of which, next up on my list of honorable mentions is Ocean's 8. Now, Sandra Bullock playing Danny Ocean's sister. Supposedly he died, which could be a con. We don't know. They had a bunch of little callbacks to the original Ocean's cast, but when it came time for their heist to be completed, it just looked like they needed more help than Danny ever did, and that was kind of weird. They needed Danny's team's help, to be perfectly honest. So like it was interesting. It was fun. It was funny, but it just didn't give off that really, really slick heist vibe for me. And right now, we're going to take just a quick break, and then we're going to come right back with some more. Just in time for birthdays, bar mitzvahs, and possibly Christmas if you really shop mad early. We got the I'm Not Gonna Fall for the banana in the tailpipe playset. That's right. And if your kids don't know who Eddie Murphy is, this is the perfect time to introduce they bam asses. I'm Not Gonna Fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Only $9.99. So we are back, and at my next honorable mention spot, we have the movie Inception. Inception is kind of a heist movie because Leonardo DiCaprio's character is kind of jumping into people's minds, stealing these secrets and stuff like that. And of course, you can turn that into high level thefting all day long. But it to me, even though it has that aspect, it's definitely more of a sci-fi vibe, more of an in-depth kind of viewpoint of morality and things like that, more so than a heist movie. But because it definitely had the heist element, it made my honorable mentions list. The next one to make my honorable mentions list is a different genre, but it is still a heist movie, and that is Ant-Man. Now, it's a dual heist movie in the effect that Ant-Man is stealing the suit, and then he has to go ahead and steal plans and stuff from Yellow Jacket later on. And so there's definitely the heist vibe here, and they even mentioned the heist a few times. But to me, this is not necessarily focused on the heist. It's mostly focused on Hank Pym's research and his protectiveness of such research, more so than a heist. So it gets on my honorable mentions list, even though Ant-Man is not necessarily a heist, a fully 100% heist movie. Now, this one is a bit more of a 100% heist movie. Only the heist is at the end, and the heist isn't necessarily the focus yet again. It's the means to an end. It's their way of getting the money they need to live on the lam. And there was a lot to this. The character building, especially for the bad guy, was excellent. They ruined it later on, of course, when his son has to go. Yeah, that was horrible. But as far as good, old-fashioned, fast-paced car chase, explosions, crashes, Fast and Furious 5 definitely had that good heist element happening. And the last on my list of honorable mentions is another comedy with some powerhouse legends like Matthew Broderick and Ben Stiller, and of course, Senior, the man, the legend, Eddie Murphy. And this is called Tower Heist. Tower Heist was all right. This one, I would say, it would have made the top 25 if there weren't a couple of others that I felt like had to make it ahead of it. But it was fun. It definitely was about the heist itself and horrible bosses and all these kind of vibes going on there. So if you really want to check something out that's light, it's not too heavy serious, but there is definitely a heist vibe. We've got Tower Heist. And we will be right back with more. Straight for the holiday season, y'all. We got your Uncle Tyrone starter kit. 2 40s and a pair of 40 shoes. Come on, man. All he needs is some Newports and a Swisher now, and he's straight for the whole holiday. Man, make sure you take care of your peoples and get them wonderful Uncle Tyrone gift set. Get it right now. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so again, this was top 25 heist movies of all time, the honorable mentions. And I'll list it again. The honorable mentions, and again, there's no ranking to the honorable mentions because they're just honorable mentions. So my honorable mentions are A Fish Called Wanda, Ocean's 13, Ocean's 8, Inception, Ant-Man, Fast 5, and Tower Heist. I thank you guys for watching. I will be posting these videos for the next set coming up shortly. So check out my top Tower Heist video for the tier 5. It's coming up next. Keep watching. Stay tuned. You know I appreciate you. It is your main mizzle out this pizzle. And I'll talk to y'all in the next show.